Hoping for less noise from the wind. Hello, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I also need to say a big thank you for the recent subscribers. Welcome aboard. A big thank you because the channel was stagnating for a little while. I think because I've purchased this Tiger 900 GT Pro, there's a lot more interest on the channel. So thank you very much for subscribing if you're interested in the bike and if you're interested in our travels as well. So thanks again. Also thanks to the loyal subscribers, the early subscribers. Thanks for sticking around and staying tuned. Thank you. A relatively short vlog this week. I just want to sort of highlight and touch on a little bit from the 1 month review that I did not so long ago. I just want to talk about a few little bits of things I've tried to improve on the bike, along with filling out the customer survey. I got an email in from Triumph and my local dealership, not where I bought the bike from. This was second-hand from the second-hand market, but I took the bike in because you may have seen a previous video of me sort of complaining about the ignition noise. So when the ignition's on, it makes a noise. So I received this email from Triumph, thinking it was a relatively like a new owner survey, a request to complete the survey, which I have done, but it was a survey on my recent visit to my local Triumph dealership. So the reason why I took the bike to the local Triumph dealership was because of that ignition noise. So when I turn the ignition on, not start the bike up but just turn the ignition on, there would be this noisy, horrible noise in the background. They had a look at it. I asked if it would be under warranty. They said, well, maybe. And the verdict basically was that that noise is normal for a Triumph, which I was a little bit surprised. I had checked online as well, and people said it's quite normal, they're being told. Some people say it's different things. It's the fuel pump, or it's the electrics talking. Having been told that it was normal, I was a little bit disappointed, having been charged $78 for the privilege. So with this email that I've received, the survey, I've let them know that I was a little bit disappointed with being charged $78 with no solution. Thankfully, to a viewer on this channel, they did advise that the kill switch here, press that back to kill the ignition as such, even though the engine's not running, and the noise will disappear, and sure enough it does. So I have put that feedback to Triumph, saying that I was charged $78, not too happy with that, and the dealership didn't seem to be maybe aware of that solution, that method to eradicate that noise. So email has recently been sent. Will I get a response? I will keep you updated with that. They also told me that there was a little bit of a, not so much an issue with the brakes, that the brake pads will need changing in about 2,000 kilometers. When I turn the bike to the left, so when I'm rolling it into the garage, say, and turning it to the left, there's a noise, and it's one of the seals got grime and grot inside there. So when they would do a brake pad replacement, they obviously clean seals or replace seals and obviously make a good job of it and eliminate any sounds that way. So that's not until the near future to get that sorted. I can live with that noise, but I can't live with I won't say fleeced, but I don't like being charged for something that really maybe I shouldn't have been charged for. If a member of the general public is aware of this little fix, this ignition noise, then why aren't Triumph dealerships? So that's what I do. I turn the ignition on, kill that kill switch, I'll hit the kill switch, stop that noise, and then I can obviously do what I'm doing. The reason why you have to have the ignition on at times, there's various reasons, but I was having to play around again with my Bluetooth connectivity. Obviously the ignition needs to be on, so you know, you don't want that noise rattling on in the background, do you? And another viewer did make comment to the TFT display. They've got a bike, a 900. How do? And I think it's a GT Pro they mentioned they had as well. Do like the bike and not so keen on the TFT, and I think that's quite a popular sort of comment, really. The TFT display, it is a little bit busy, and they did point out that you don't see the odometer. I'll just show you if you can see this here. The tachometer, you can have that displaying all the time, but you need to dig around to see what the odometer is, you know, how many kilometers or miles the bike's done. People use that quite often, really. I do. Yeah, why is that odometer buried away? You can delve into the system and then have a look at the service date or the service kilometers it's due, and in there will tell you also the how many miles or how many kilometers the bike's done. To me, it should always be displayed all the time. So yeah, that tachometer what I just showed you with the rev counter, why don't they just trash that? I mean, that's not really, I don't use it that much. Again, some people might do, but for me, why do you need to know the revs of your engine when you're travelling? I don't know. I'm quite new to motorcycling, so there may be a glaring factor for that, but I don't know. So for me, have the ability potentially to swap it out, so you can actually set it so you can either have that tachometer or the odometer. I've mentioned before, Triumph do watch this channel, so they'll be taking heed. The new Tiger 1200 has come out, and the TFT display on that looks really nice. Very, very, very nice. A massive improvement than what's on this 900. This 900, you can't see too much of my display here because of my GoPro there, but it's overly busy for me anyhow. Is that TFT display? There's information there what maybe doesn't need to be there present all the time, like that rev counter. You know, there's a rev counter there, look. Do you need to have all that real estate used up for that rev counter? Not for me. So you could bin that and then have more room to show like the clock. I mean, I know it's 29 minutes past 1 and it's 25.5 degrees, but that information is only quite small in the top right hand corner of the screen. Make it bigger. I mean, obviously the speed you're going needs to be bold and quite central, but they could still shuffle that TFT display around to make it definitely more of an improvement. And I actually did mention to this Triumph via that survey. I know it's going to fall on deaf ears, but I did say that the 1200 has a lovely TFT display. It would be lovely if the 900 series got a free update via the software update. That'd be awesome. Ain't going to happen. Maybe for moolah, maybe for a little bit of that. To be honest, I'd pay $100 just to change all that and have a really nice TFT display. So that's pretty much where I'm at with a follow on as such from that 1 month ownership. The bike's running perfectly, no dramas, anything mechanical, nothing, everything's perfect. That connectivity I had issues with, perfect now. So the bike's running really, really well. And something that I've turned on, which wasn't turned on previously, so I think the previous owner didn't like this, but the automatic indicator cancellation. I love it. I think it's very good. I can see one problem with it as to maybe why he didn't actually continue using it. If he ever did use it at all, that is. I don't know if he did, but if you're not familiar with these self-cancelling indicators, there's a couple of methods you can have. So you can have fully auto, which I've got on, or like a semi-auto, so you sort of half use the auto functions. I'm not exactly sure how that works because I'm only utilising this auto version. But on the fully auto, how do? If you just dab whichever direction you want to go, when you just touch and dab the indicator, it will indicate for 3 times and then just cancel, and that's it, which is quite useful if you just want to quickly duck in somewhere. If you're indicating for a duration, and if you say like you're at traffic lights, this is really useful I think, you just press on it maybe for a second or so. It's a longer press, that's all it says in the manual, a longer press, so you just hit it for a longer duration, maybe half a second even, not too long. It indicates, continuously indicates. Now if you're stationary at those traffic lights, it's good that it just doesn't count like maybe 20 or 30 flashes and then goes off, because then you're going to have to re-indicate again. So it's indicating, if you imagine this scenario, you're sat at the traffic lights, it's continuously indicating, and then once you set off, I think it's 65 meters afterwards, they automatically go off then. So how good is that? I have not got a clue what that car was. Anyhow, back to what I was saying. Which is good, so you're at those traffic lights and you've indicated and you sat there for, I don't know, a minute or two, still indicating, you've turned left or right, and then 65 meters later they go off. Awesome. The slight negative to that, which is maybe why that guy turned it off or maybe never bothered with it, is if after 60, you've just turned a corner, say, before 65 meters, if there's an immediate left or right, and you're still indicating, maybe more so on the left, and you're still indicating and you're leaving it to auto cancel, and the car thinks, oh, he's going to draw in here, and you're going on, what's going to happen? Potential collision. So as much as I think they're very good, you've obviously got to be mindful of how you operate them. That's the top tip for this video. I'm probably teaching you how to suck eggs, really. So I love them. I think they're a good addition to a bike. Let's have a little scan around the bike. So that's a USB charger I have, double port, obviously powering that GoPro. That's my fandangled clip. I gave the bike a bit of a clean the other day. Haven't been caught out in the rain, so it's possibly as clean as I'm going to get it. I'm not stating I gave it a fantastic clean, but she's clean enough for me. And somebody did ask what was that mount I was using. It's the quad lock. Very useful, very good, had no issues with it. It does have one of those dampeners on there as well, this thing. So that helps minimizing the vibrations on the iPhone. You know, I've been riding around and not even realised until now I didn't have my chin strap fastened up. Unbelievable. And another thing that I'm really interested in, the opinions of others who actually have the Tiger, is the side stand. Now, I'm new to Triumph. I used to have a Yamaha, and when I would ride and then park up somewhere, I would put obviously the bike on the side stand. This bike does have a centre stand as well. The Yamaha didn't. It was an MT-07, so it just had a side stand. Now, on this bike, when I park up, and if it's fairly level, so there's not much camber in the road, it seems to be quite upright, does the bike. It doesn't lean that much to the side. I'm well aware that Triumph's probably designed this bike for the panniers and the top box, for that in mind, fully loaded, and it can't lean too much to the side because obviously it'd be top heavy and it would fall over. So that is something I am aware of. However, just the way the bike sits with no gear on, I have the top box on the back, it's not loaded, and obviously I don't have any panniers on at this moment in time. So when you park up, it is actually quite upright, and I just think that if somebody knocked it as they're walking past, or if there was a big gust of wind, it could actually tip over to the right. So what's your opinions if you have a Tiger, be it a 1200, 900, 800, whatever, if your side stand doesn't lean over to left that much, have you had any issues? So far for me, touch wood, not a problem, but just leaving the bike and looking at it, it just seems so upright that I get a bit nervous. I do try and park where there is camber to obviously let the bike lean a little bit. You can't always do that. So please let me know what your thoughts are regarding that side stand. I haven't even utilised the centre stand as yet. Not the best of days today. So not good. Then again, it is good. We need all the rain we can in the wetter season, let's say, for Perth, Western Australia. It does get exceedingly hot here at times. Approximately 9 days of the year, in the summertime that is, we'd have about, we'd have about 9 days of temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius. As my wife says, it's always degrees anyhow. There's Fahrenheit and there's Celsius. They're both degrees. So I ought to say Celsius. Well, I think I'm done for this relatively short vid. I think that's all I wanted to mention really about the after of that 1 month ownership some things have been in the pipeline. I've done a couple of things, done that survey. Maybe I might get a refund, who knows, I doubt it. The weather's not the best, so I'll head back home. And with that, thank you very much for watching. Please do make comments if you do have that Tiger and you've got comments about that side stand. Please make a comment anyhow. Are you happy to subscribe? Have you unsubscribed? But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you for the loyal subscribers, and for the new subscribers coming, welcome aboard. One comment to make about all this is there's no females on board. There's no females who watch these videos. Now Catherine does feature in these videos as well, not of late, but she does. So 100% of the subscribers are males of varying ages. Come on ladies, all aboard. You're much welcome. It's all inclusive. Bye for now.